Ladies and gentlemen, geeks and nerds, welcome back to another episode of Road to HermitCraft, and I'm busy getting some blocks because today we have got an epic project to work on and I need a whole bunch of this white terracotta. I've already stripped a whole bunch from that side over there and I'm just gathering some more here. I need about 2 shulker boxes of it, but that's not the worst of it. I think I need about 5 shulker boxes full of concrete. So I'm going to do a bit of grind before we start the build. But yeah, last week we did the world tour and that went down really well. Thanks again to those guys that helped out with that. And yeah, I think everyone enjoyed that, so that was super cool. And yeah, so today what we're going to do is we're going to head over to the witch farm and we're going to make some improvements. Yeah, after the world tour we kind of looked at, that was one of the builds that I looked at and thought, this needs to be fixed. This needs to be improved. It's not good enough. It works, but yeah. In fact, it doesn't work anymore. It doesn't even work because of, yeah, we use TNT to kill the witches using TNT duplication, and that is fixed in 1.13, so it doesn't even work. So we're going to go over there. We're going to fix the farm so it works. We're going to kill the witches in a whole new way and we're going to make it look epic. Alright, let me get gathering some of these resources and then I'll meet you over by the witch farm when we have got all the stuff we need. Hello Mrs. Witch, look at all these. So we're over by the witch farm and it is full of witches, surprise surprise. But of course this thing doesn't work because of this, as I mentioned earlier. And yeah, today this is the mission, to get this all looking nice, get it all working again. And yeah, we've got to do it twice because we've got a witch hut over here, witch farm here, and there's another one right over there in the distance. There you go. If I go that way, you can just about see it over there. So that is the project for today. Now, I'm going to try and show you what this farm is going to look like using a miniature model. So I'm going to try this. Let's see if we can see what the farm's going to look like. Can we see? Come on. No, it's not working. That's it. Show me the farm. That's it. That's the farm right there. Did you see it? Did you see what she did? So there she goes. There she goes again. Yes, that's it. That's what the farm's going to look like. Exactly that. It's going to be. Let me hop up here. let me hop up here, and it's going to be a huge witch all the way up there. And what I'm going to do is these witches are going to come out of here. We're going to stick them in a bubble column that's going to shoot them all the way up. Have a little bit of a contraption and it's going to shoot out the witch and it's going to look like the witch is throwing a witch. One after the other they're going to go pew, 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 and it's going to be wicked. It's going to be yeah, a lot of fun. Now these witches are having a fight. Check this out. And I'm going to die. No, don't die. So the first thing I need to do is yeah, take care of these witches. They look like they're having plenty of fun. And of course, once I've taken care of these witches and all of the ones in there as well, I'm going to have to dismantle a whole bunch of this stuff. Going to take all of this out, take off the roof, just leave the actual centre part itself in place, and then we're going to build around it. And yeah, this is a warning for anyone. If you're interested in super efficient farms and you like that kind of stuff, then this is not the build for you. This is not going to be super efficient in the slightest, but it's going to be fun. So yeah, I'm going to clear all this out. And yeah, gets to a point where we can start building, and I'll bring you back in a sec. I think there's a problem. Check this out. These witches are going ham. I'll drop them all down. So I'll flick the lever to manually trigger all the floors so they all fell through. And they're all in here, and I just thought I'd poke my head in. And they all started fighting each other. Check this out. But of course they're healing themselves at the same time, so they're never going to die, I don't think. Look at this. Oh, it's like a disco in there. I think it's time for this party to come to an end. I've got the TNT that we took down from here. So why don't I try and place it in here and then light it and see if that works. Oh gosh, I've got to try and place the block now. Just need to be able to place it. Can I place it? Oh, it's in, it's in. Now I've just got to light it. And let's see what happens. It's lit. See you later, witches. Not all of them. Some of them at least. Okay, I've been doing some work and we have got rid of the witches. I flew over there and flew back and they despawned. And yeah, what I've done so far is I've taken off most of the roof, as you can see here. Let's have a land right here. There we go. And we used to have a repeater clock right here, which would activate this rail every now and again. And so what I've done is, because I need to have this as small as possible, I've taken that out and I've built a new clock up here. It's just an etho hopper clock. And I've got 10 items in there. That's how much I've got. I might tweak that later. We'll see how we get on, but that should do us for now. So that makes this footprint much smaller, which is good. So let's hop down here. And I've filled in all of this area, because obviously that was all that was a big old hole before, so I filled that all in. There's still a space under there, but if you just look, maybe there you can just see there's some sea lanterns just underneath, just to keep that lit up so we don't get any mobs spawning in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of all of this top layer of concrete, so all the water can come in and flood this whole area, and yeah, it'll look nicer than having just a big old hole there instead. And I've done some work underneath. Let's drop down here. And inside, this is where the witches fall down through the floor. I've cleared out the water. We used to have some hoppers in the middle to collect the drops, but now we're going to have the witches funnel this way onto the soul sand and up that water chute right there. So all we've got to do is get the water in. So let's do that now, I guess. Let's give this a go. Hopefully this works. And I'll show you what I've done. So we've got water that goes across to here, and then we're going to have a couple more on this side. So that will push the witches into the centre. So they will get down to here. Now if I put a water source there, I think that will push them this way. Now I've already created this hole here. Now this little way of doing the water I got from UnityBit. He did a tweet a little while ago with a whole bunch of different ways of getting mobs into these bubble elevators. So this one works for witches. So here we need to have, because soul sand is not a full block, this is why this works, we put a water source here. So that's going to funnel them this way. Now we need, if we've got a gap behind and we put a water source on top of the soul sand, it flows that way. Right, let's just stack up with the ice, and then what we'll do is we'll go down and break it as we go. So now if we break the ice on the way down, it should give us water sources at every level, and then it should shoot us up. Want to do this last one? Ready? Oh yeah. Alright, so now if a witch was to spawn in here and we turn the clock on, they should start coming up here, which is what we want. So now that all of this is now done, I think, so now we should be able to release the water and see what happens. Right, let's go around and do this. And there we go, the water's all in, and that looks much better rather than that big old hole we had before. Alright, so I'm gonna, this concrete here, I'm going to remove all of this and just put grass in there, just so that looks alright as well. But now the next thing to do now is to start building up the enclosure for this farm. So this is going to be the witch's feet. This witch is going to be pretty big, and then we're going to, as we build up, we'll build this tube all the way up as well, to the right height. And then what's going to happen is the witches will get shot out this way, and they'll kind of fly that way, and they'll land over here somewhere. And you'll notice I've taken out this water stream. All of this water stream is all going to go. Going to take all of this out. Going to take all of this out. It's all going to go, and we're going to collect the items around here somewhere. And there's going to have we're going to have an underwater item stream because I think it'd be nice and neat if we didn't see it. So it's going to be hidden away. All right, so let me start building up the witch, and I guess we'll start with the feet, and yeah, bring you back in a bit. And I have made some progress. There is the witch's feet, a bit bigger than they should be really, but yeah, need to be that big to fit the farm in. But there's a farm just nicely enclosed in there, and yeah, the witch is going to be quite big. Look at this thing. Oh geez, it seemed like a good idea at the time when I thought about this, but yeah, that's how big it's going to be. Of course we need to put the hat on top. Oh geez, but yeah, that's the idea. And yeah, so obviously we've got to fill this all in, and yeah, hopefully it will look like a witch when I'm finished, but that's the general size. And yeah, these witches, you can see there's the tube, comes up here, and then it's going to go inside the witch here, and then just behind the kind of the robes there, and then it'll go up all the way up here, and then around here somewhere they're going to be shot out and then land and splat over there. Now what I'm thinking of is a couple of things I'm thinking about. We'll see what happens though, but the Afk Spot currently is right there, but that is not in the centre of the two farms. So we've got one farm there, and if you draw a line to that farm there, the centre is roughly over there somewhere. So I think I'm going to move the Afk Spot there. That means I need to go back and look at the caves, and there's some land over here I need to dig out so we don't get spawns in the wrong places. And I'm thinking in terms of item collection, so I'm going to take out all of this, like I said, and have an underwater item stream that takes the items, and I think it would be good maybe over here just to have like a really small witch hut, like a normal original Minecraft witch hut there that we can go inside, maybe go downstairs, and then there's like a cave underneath with all the storage for all the bits and pieces. So then when we're up here on the Afk Spot, we'll just see these witches throwing witches and it'll be nice and tidy. Yeah, anyway, I'm doing this one. I've got this one to do afterwards, but yeah, we're just going to focus on one for now. But yeah, let me crack on, get this witch built, and yeah, see you in a minute. Alright, we are almost there. We are almost there with this witch. I've got all of the outside done, and now just working on the face, which is the last bit of the build itself. And then just down here, so I've built up the water column all the way to there. And yeah, it just so happens that I was watching some videos as I was building this witch up, and Impulse has done something very similar in his latest video. He was doing it with villagers, but yeah, he had a water column that had a little device at the top that sort of spat them out. So, but yeah, I didn't copy him, honestly. I've had this in my test world for quite some time, and yeah, but anyway, it's all good. So just got to finish this up. Just got to fill all this in with this white terracotta. But yeah, you can see from the inside it's looking pretty big. There's the hat up there. And yeah, got the arms in, so you'll have a look at this in a minute properly. So I'm going to fill this in, and then we'll get building this little device here that's going to push the witches out this way. And actually, if I just jump down here, you can maybe just see, let's go into a wart down here. That's where the witches will land. Well, based on my test world anyway. I might have to move it, but yeah, hopefully that's the right place. So they should land on that and splat, and we'll do the item collection. Okay, the face is done. It's all in. So the witch itself is all done. And yeah, I've gone ahead and just added this piece of redstone. It's pretty straightforward. I tried building this and commentating on it at the same time, but it's impossible for me to talk and build. Yeah, and make it interesting. But anyway, yeah, so it's pretty straightforward. So there is the water column. The witches will shoot up. They'll have some momentum. They'll come up here. They'll hit this piece of string, which fires these tripwires, piece of redstone, this block, which then pushes out these two pistons. There's one there, sticky piston. So the slime blocks then push forward, and as the witch is in the air, they'll push it forward, and the witch will fly out that hole right there. So if I was to go here and then just trip the switch, there you go. There you go, all working. So I think we're ready for a test. So let's go down to our clock, which is down here. I've actually added some more items. So let's pick these up. So I've added, I did have 10. I think I've added it, yeah, 15 now. So now if we flip this, we should hear the floor going in a second. There we go. There's the floors, so they're all working. So let's come out of here and let's shoot over to the Afk Spot. So hopefully we should see, there's the witch, check it out. Probably look better at daytime, but yeah, not too bad. So hopefully we're going to see some witches fly out, and it's going to look like witches look when they throw potions, and hopefully it'll land somewhere around there. Ready? Come on, don't let me down. Oh, there we go. Splat. Look at that. A witch throwing a witch. Let's zoom in. Where's the next one? There it is. Ah, splat, splat. It's raining witches. Ah, that's it. Throw those witches. Splat. Brilliant. There's another one. Splat. So I need to check what area we need to have the hoppers. So we're going to have some hoppers here to pick up all the items. Obviously, when the witch lands, The items move, spray around a bit. There's some randomness there, so we need to make sure we've got hoppers in all the places to pick everything up. And then we'll shoot them down into a water stream that goes underneath. And yeah, we'll collect them into some storage. And here we are flying over the swamp, and you can see I've done a bit of work. We'll come back to this in a minute. So here is our witch, and I've cleared away all of our old water streams that we had here between the two farms. So that is gone. And yeah, I've done a bit of measuring and stuff. So first of all, the new Afk Spot is right here, where this sea lantern is. So if I can land, let's see. Oh yeah, pro skills. So the old Afk Spot was right there. Now I've measured it out, and this is the exact centre between the centre of that farm and the centre of that farm. So that's good. So this is where we're going to be. Obviously all this stuff's going to go. And then directly underneath us, we have a witch hut. So that is where we're going to go to collect all the drops. And I've moved that platform back a little bit because it was not quite in the right place. So let's go and look at that first. Let's just swoop down here. Here we go. So yeah, so I've moved this back a little bit, and I've changed all of this to be hoppers underneath. And put some lights in so I don't get any spawns there. And underneath, here's all the hoppers. They all fall into, they all go into this one hopper here. Oh, did it work? Oh, there we go. Look, it's working. There's some stuff. So yeah, all these hoppers go into this central one here, which goes into this dropper. And then I've got this little, just this smart dropper set up here. So we've got a comparator reading from there, powers this block. There's a piston behind which pushes this observer out that way. And we've got an observer here. So that ends up being a little quick observer clock that spits all these items down there. So yeah, all the items will come in here. So we're going to have some water, and this water stream is going to go this way. And then once it goes that way for a little bit, then we're going to turn to the left, go that way, and that's going to take us down to the witch hut. So let's go. Let's see if I can fly it, go over to the witch hut. Here we go. So here's our witch hut in the centre. We're going to be able to go into here. Just made this up, and we can go down here. So I might, to terraform this, maybe make an island. But the idea is we can go down here, and we're going to have a little cave area here, like a little witch cave, where the items are going to end up. And here's we're going to have all our chests and our portal. So when we're up the top, there's no kind of no messiness. Everything's kind of hidden away. Yeah, that's what we're going to be. So I think, yeah, I need to measure out, see if this is the right level and things like that. But yeah, basically the item streams will come in here. We'll have our sorters, item sorters, and then we'll have a whole bunch of chests here with all the stuff. Nice and easy to get to. All right, so that is the progress so far. Obviously, I've still got to build all of that one. I'm not sure. To be honest, I'm not sure if I'm going to get all that done this episode or not. But if we can focus on getting this one done, get all the item done, get the cave in place. This one is just a repeat of this. So yeah, I don't necessarily need to show that, but yeah, I'll try. See if I can. We'll see what happens. The other thing I've done is I've cleared away all the land that was over here because there's quite a bit of that. Because we moved the Afk Spot, some of that stuff was in the spawn range. I saw some zombies and stuff spawning on it, so that's all gone as well. And yeah, tidied all this up. So yeah, we're good. So I guess let me crack on, get these water streams in, get the cave in place, get the item sorters in place. So at least we'll have one functional farm, and then we'll see what the time is. And then if we can, get this one built up. Here I am in my witch hut. Oh, there's a witch. Fell down. So here I am in the witch hut, and progress has been made. Let me show you. So first of all, here is our witch hut that you've seen before. And yeah, I just added a little island underneath it, really just to hide the ladder underneath that takes us down to the witch cave. So we'll come to that in a second. But yeah, over here, let's go back to the landing area. So obviously this is where the witches splat. So let's go down here and I'll show you I've added the item streams. So this goes down here. So if we follow this along, let's see if I can go all the way to the end. And here is the end of the water streams. So that one there is where the other witch farm will come in, where the items will come in. So here, they will join here, go this way into these hoppers. And in here we have our storage. Let's just dump in here. There we go. So here's all the item sorters. So you can see we've got item sorters for all of the witch drops right here. And if we go underneath, our witch hut is just above us. So this will be the witch cave. So there is our witch hut just up there. And here we have our storage. All the item sorters. Now I've not looked in here. I've had this running for a little while. Yeah, we get some stuff. Not too bad. There we go. And we've got 2 for sticks because you get twice as many stick drops as anything else. So yeah, that should be pretty cool. Moved the portal down here as well. And I've cleared up all of the area above. So let's go up here and have a quick look. And I've also done a bit of work on the Afk Spot. So let's go over here. Let's fly up to the Afk Spot. There we go. And you'll see the Afk Spot is now a broom. It's a witch's broom. Oh, genius. Love it. All right, so let's land here. Here we go. So we can AFK right on this carpet here, right here. I've got added a cloud above us so we don't get hit by the phantoms. Because as long as you've got a block above you, then you're cool. And now we can just watch the witches fly out. There we go. There's another one. Now, I did a bit more work lighting up some more caves because we've moved the Afk Spot from over there to over here. So I've gone into that area, and the observant of you will notice my levels have changed. That's because I died. I died. Because the problem is you go in and do the lighting up of the caves, and you can tell that you're doing well because you'll get to a point where there's a cave and it'll have loads of mobs in it. And that's what happened. I just got overrun by loads of skeletons, and then a creeper blew up and I died. But luckily I managed to get my stuff back, so it's not too bad, not the end of the world. But yeah, that was fun. So yeah, so there you go. So we've got one farm operational, all the items going into storage. We've got item sorters. We've got a new Afk spot done. We've got access to our storage and Neville portal through this little witch hut and island. So that's all nice, all looking good. So what we need to do now is we need to do the second witch farm, which we can do. And if we go down, have a proper look at the cave. This is the witch cave down here. So you can see I've made a start here, trying to make it look natural. So I'm going to add a bunch of decoration in here to make this look like a cave, really. And then we'll see how that goes. So yeah, all the storage is in, looking good. All right, last push to get this project finished up. And yeah, see you in a minute. So what is better than a witch throwing smaller witches? 2 witches throwing witches. Oh my god, look at it. Oh, it's raining witches. Geronimo. One there and one there. Oh, this has worked out brilliantly. And guess what's even better than that? We're joined by a special guest, our friend Logical Geekbot. How's it going, my dude? Oh, are you excited to be here? What do you think of these witches? Yeah, you like this stuff, don't you? Yeah, I can tell. All right, well, Logical Geekbot is going to help us out. Ow! There's no need for that. Jeez. There's no need for that. Anyway, Logical Geekbot is going to help us out. So he's standing there on the Afk spot, and I'm going to drink this night vision potion and hop into spectator mode and give you a look inside these farms and, yeah, see them in action. So here is our witch throwing the witches out, and you can see them landing on our platform. And you've seen this before. This is where the items are collected and go into the water stream. We'll check that out in a minute. But if we go inside the feet of this witch, here is some witches on the spawning pads. They fall through the floor and they end up in this water stream. And yeah, they go through this little tunnel and through the water elevator. Oh no, there's a skeleton. How'd you get there, dude? Need to light that up. All right. So they come up here all the way up through the water column. And then this slime block pushes them out, and then they fall down there. So let's see, wait for some more to come through. Here he comes, or how she comes, should I say. And then here comes the items down the water stream. Let's zip down here, follow the items along this way into the hoppers. There we go, here's some items coming through, and inside here we are in our cave that I've decorated up. Here's all the items in the item storage, and yeah, I've just decorated this up a little bit, this cave, so it's all kind of, you know, we're in a swamp, so there's, you know, bits of puddles, there's puddles on the floor, there's some vines and stuff, some bushes, yeah, and our portal's all there as well. So yeah, all looking good, and this goes up into our little witch huts we've got here, and I've done a bit more decoration on this, so this is what our witch hut island looks like, so it hides the ladder that's underneath. So yeah, looking good, looking good. And if we go up here, I've tidied away all of the stuff we had before. It's all gone, and we're just left with our witch's broomstick. so we can AFK and we can watch these witches falling to their doom. There we go. The 2 witches. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And before we finish up the episode, we are here in the Death Star, in the Hall of Fame, checking out all of these heads. Oh my gosh, looking brilliant. But we have got a couple of things to do. So first of all, Victor Junebug got in contact with me and asked if I could change the cat head that they had before. So I've taken the cat head off and wants to swap that for an Elder Guardian head. So there you go. No problem at all. And yeah, we've got a space up here for a new name to be added to the Hall of Fame. And that new name is Utena. I think that's how you pronounce it. If it's not, I'm sorry. I think it's Utena. I looked it up. Yeah, thanks for all the support. Been absolutely epic in Discord. And yeah, if you are not part of our Discord channel, then I highly recommend getting in there and getting involved. And so that is it for this episode. We have done something epic. We have tidied up and made our witch farms looking presentable from pretty much the mess they were before. So that is epic. 2 humongous witches throwing witches as if they're potions. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, if you enjoyed the episode, then please leave a like. And if you are new, then feel free to subscribe. And if you've got any comments or suggestions, then get it in that comment section. I do read every single comment. I don't always reply, but I do read every single one. So get them in there. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, I will see you later.